guys, this is Pokemon Warrior Cat 13 back with another episode of Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. Last time, well, we were at Rusting Court, we protected the final Sacred Stone, and now we are going to start the training montage. So, while we're doing the training montage, I'm just going to be talking about a few things, that are Fire Emblem related. Enjoy the music that you're listening to. Most of the tracks that are probably going to be playing in this video are from Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. I have not played that game, actually, because it's way too expensive on the internet, and I could probably never afford it until I get a job and stuff, which I have not yet. I will sooner or later. I need to take care of a few things first before I can get a job. There are other things I need to accomplish in my life first. I am just so this is the first wave of training in the Lagda Ruins. And this place is a good place to train. Because if your units are low level, then they're gonna get a lot of experience, because most of the enemies here, just like on the first floor, are level 12, so they're gonna give a lot of experience, as you just saw with Erica. And again, that's a lot of experience. So this is definitely a good place to train. What to talk about first? I think the first thing to talk about would probably be Fire Emblem Fates. I actually haven't talked much about Fates because when I was recording all of this, or most of it, it was before Fates had even come out, I believe, from what I remember. Okay, not all of it, but a good chunk of this playthrough was recorded before I ever started playing Fates. I believe. I could be wrong on that. I think that's how it was. I actually can check right now with some recording stuff. I could probably check right now. Let's see here now. Right now I'm actually listening to, okay, let's see now. Oh, yeah, holy crap. Okay, the, thing, dang, yeah, I recorded, most of my Sacred Stones Let's Play back in February and January. Dang. I didn't realize it was that long ago. Holy crap. Okay then. Well, well, that's a bit of a surprise. But now my uploading schedule is back on track. As I'm recording this video will get uploaded later tonight. As I'm recording it, it is currently 9:50 in the morning, and so you guys should see this when it's 9 at night for me, at least. I'm pretty sure majority of my viewers actually live in a different time zone than me. I'm not gonna say which time zone I'm in, but I live in at least with some viewers that I have talked to, they live in a completely different time zone than me. So okay. So as I was saying, I haven't talked much about Fates, so I think now would be a good time to talk about Fates. As you can see, I am quick tangent, I am currently training Tana and Cormag's support, and Imperium and Liartro support, and I'm also building Tana's weapon rank for swords so she can use killing edges. Yeah. Okay, so with Fates, alright, I started off with Birthright because it was gonna be the easiest for me. And I wanted to save Conquest for afterwards, which is what I did. So I beat Birthright in about like let's see now, I started playing it, the game came out on a Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. And I believe I beat it the very next Sunday. I believe. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, I beat it in about a week, just like with Awakening. Yeah. So I beat those two games in about a week. Yeah. But I've beaten Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I've beaten those games like in a shorter amount of time. Like I beat Omega Ruby in less than a week. So there's that. And again, Pokemon games are very easy. They come easy to me. And Birthright and Awakening were no exception to games coming easy to me for me to beat. Yeah. Not saying that is bad or anything. No, yeah. It's just something I've noticed. Games that come easy to me, I can beat them. You know, that aren't very frustrating for me, I can beat them pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm just surprised that with Birthright I took that long. I'm pretty sure I took about a week to beat it. I'm just surprised that it took me that long to beat it though. Because, well, there was like one chapter that like frustrated. There were a few of the end chapters frustrated me to no end. Well, and actually chapter 12 did as well. You know, the one where you get Kaden and Azura sings the Hoshido lyrics. Yeah, I would gladly sing some right now, but I'm not in the mood for singing. Yeah. Okay, and then after that, I started playing Conquest. It's probably one of the most frustrating Fire Emblem games I've ever played. Like, on casual, that is. Well, I try to play like Fire Emblem games now on casual. And that's why, like, you know, I use save states now, because like I started playing on casual and I'm like, okay, you know what, with the older games I'm gonna now use save states for them. So yeah, yeah, but even if I do use save states, games can still be nerve-wracking for me anyways. Yeah. And then well, even like if I do play on casual, it's still a pain in the butt. It's like so annoying. Well, it's not annoying, but like it can be frustrating sometimes. And so Conquest took the longest for me to beat, because let's see now, I started on it like at the end of February. Yeah, end of February. And then I beat it at the end of March, around the end of March during spring break, like at the very end of spring break. So it took me a while to beat it. Just some chapters are so frustrating for me. Like, let's see now, the first chapter that was a bit frustrating for me was probably the one where you have to fight Takumi for the first time. Oh god, that chapter! Chapter 10, chapter 10, chapter 10. Sorry. I will probably never make that noise again. Yeah. Currently right now I'm listening to Pokemon movie music. That's, you know, it's like Arceus Jewel of Life. Yeah, it's a good soundtrack. A lot of Pokemon movies have really good soundtracks. They do. I just adore the soundtracks from the Pokemon movies, especially my favorites. Anyways, so yeah, Conquest took me a while to beat. Let's see now. There was, yeah, Chapter 10. That was annoying. 11. That was fine. Chapter 12. Oh god, Chapter 12. Oh hey, support with Liarcho and Pyram. Yay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here now. Yeah, Chapter 12 was annoying. Let's see now, 13. Nah, that was okay. The one where you get Benny and Charlotte. I'm able to easily remember the chapters better because I'm like playing through Conquest again, but instead of normal casual, it's hard casual. Oh, so yeah. So I'm able to remember the chapters easier. Let's see now. There was that Chapter 13 where you fight Takumi again. That wasn't too bad. Well, my first time around. 14, that's where Azura comes. She sings her song, her unquote cursed song. Yeah, that chapter wasn't bad either. Chapter 15, not so bad either. And then Chapter 16. I am just now trying to attempt it on Conquest again. Oh god. Chapter 16. Okay, and then after Chapter 6, yeah, I hate Chapter 16. And then Chapter 17, I also hate with a burning passion. The Ninja Lair. Ugh. Just, ugh. Ugh. And then there's Chapter 18, Black and White. It's, the beginning of it is pretty painful, from what I remember. But other than that, it wasn't that bad, you know, once I started getting through it, because it was a chapter where I was just starting to promote some of my units, like Laszlo, Perry, and Effie. Or wait, no, Effie was like already promoted, like just she had just been promoted at the beginning of the chapter. And then like I was also promoting like Kaze. I think Elise was already promoted. Yeah, it was the point where I was promoting my units too. Like most of them were finally getting their promotions, or they had just gotten their promotions like in at the end of the last chapter, because the last chapter I did was a paralogue, where I was just like, you know, yeah, because I remember the paralogue before that, it was where you get Soleil, and at the end of that I was promoting some units like Effie, Baruka, and Nyx. I think Kaze too. Yeah, so after Chapter 18, Black and White, I believe Chapter 19 was the Kitsune Lair. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a Kitsune Lair. That chapter was okay. It was annoying. It was like, it was okay. It was just annoying. That's all I can really say about it, because just the Kitsunes, like one moment they're illusions, the next they aren't. So that was the only reason why I will find that chapter to be annoying. I won't hate it though, because it was very clever and very unique compared to the wolf skin chapter. With Keaton as the boss. Yeah, so after that, was Chapter 20. No. No, it wasn't chapter 20. The Winds of Change was next, I believe, with the Wind Tribe. And then it was the Internal Stairway chapter. The Wind Tribe chapter wasn't too bad, actually. It was another one of those unique chapters. It did get a little bit annoying after a while, but you could easily manipulate... I found that very quickly, that you could easily manipulate the winds. So, that was, that's what made it good. And then, the chapter afterwards, the Internal Stairway, where you have to fight a horde of faceless and stoneborn creatures. I hated that chapter so much. Yeah. Yeah, I think, but what really made me hate Fire Emblem Conquest was the Ninja Lair chapter, because that's what made me stop playing the game for like a while. I don't know how long, but I stopped playing Conquest for a while, I believe. Not very long, but just not... I took a break from it because chapter 16, it kind of killed me, but like chapter 17, like the lair, the ninja lair, that was what was the cake on the that was like the icing on the cake of what made Conquest just yeah, for me. It just annoyed me. Made me a little bit bitter about the game just because it was so annoying. Yeah, I actually even couldn't defeat the boss. I had to rely on Saizo to defeat the boss for chapter 17. If he wasn't there, then I probably would have been doomed. I probably would never been able to defeat the boss without his help. Okay, so back to chapter 21, the Eternal Stairway. That chapter. So, whenever I play on casual, I always try to make sure that my units survive anyways, even though, like, you know, they're just gonna retreat afterwards. Well, I try to do that with every chapter, but, this was like one of the few, this was like a chapter where it's like, okay, it's like, you know, we just keep going forward, doesn't matter who dies, just like as long as one person stays alive, just like, you know, just like keep moving forward. That was the Internal Stairway for me. Just keep moving forward or not. Yeah. It was one of those chapters where it's like all or nothing, pretty much, just because it's so annoying for me. Yeah, that was certainly a fun chapter. And then after that, was the chapter where you fight Sakura and Yukimura. That wasn't too bad. That chapter wasn't so bad. And chapter where you fight Takumi, that wasn't so bad either. But like where I had fought Takumi though, that was when I switched over to Phoenix mode because I was done with the crap that the game was giving me. I'm like, okay, I just want to beat this stinking game before spring break is over. So yeah, that's basically what I did. Yeah, although the music in the final chapters of Conquest, starting with the chapter where you fight Sakura and Yukimori, that music is good. It really set the atmosphere a lot. It set the atmosphere up quite well for the game. Yeah. And then after I beat the chapter where you fight Takumi, I was on Phoenix mode, of course, which helped me. Yeah, I know, I'm a wimp. You know what? I don't care. So after that, at the end of the chapter, I was shocked at what happened with Takumi. Okay, and so now, like, this is where I'm gonna be talking about spoilers. Yeah, obviously there have probably been some spoilers for those of you who haven't played through Fates, but there are, Fates spoilers in this, of course, now, of what I'm gonna be talking about. I'll try to keep them to a minimum, though. Yeah, so after the chapter with Takumi, I had the chapter with Hinoka, and let me tell you, like, for Pegasus Knight, she had a really good skill, Winged Shield, I believe, which kept her immune to arrows, and so even my best archer, Nina, even she couldn't defeat Hinoka in like a turn or two. Like, she couldn't. Yeah, it was a bit difficult. Yeah. Yeah, I remember Nina being way too OP for her own good, because so Nina, if you don't know, she's the daughter of Niles. And so when so Azura happened to be her mother, and so Nina had had the skill +4 luck, so that made her luck stat pretty good already. And then she had really high speed and skill. Yeah, it was pretty good. She was pretty good. Yeah. She was OP. And she capped out her strength really early too. Yeah, that's how OP she was. And like, it doesn't matter what bow you gave her, like a shining bow or a just a steel bow, you know, whatever. Didn't matter what bow you gave her, because she was gonna be OP, and she had decent magic too. So yeah, like her magic growths were higher than her father, and probably, like, she had better magic RNG than both her father and mother, to be honest. Yeah, so she was just too good. Yeah, so even Nina couldn't take down Hinoka very quickly. Yeah. Oh, because of Conquest and Nina's like one of my favorite Fire Emblem Fates characters, like the children characters. Because of that run through, because she could take down units just on her own. She was that good. Niles, he did okay. I promoted Nina to an adventurer, Niles to a ranger or a bow unit, whatever. I call him ranger because this game, Sacred Stones. Anyways, yeah. So Hinoka's chapter, that was a bit of a pain too, and then Ryoma's chapter. Ugh. Just the ninjas on the throne didn't help, and it was pretty cramped. Yeah. And then chapter 26, where you finally fight Hans and Iago. It was just, I have to agree with Crash X 500. I think that's his name. I will put his name on screen for you guys. But I have to agree with him. That chapter was pretty anticlimactic. But like, the thing that made it just more annoying was Iago with his infinite staff uses. Yeah, that was not fun at all. Yeah, all this talking is making my throat bad now. Oh well. So after that, we get to chapter 27, where, like, you know, the final showdown is happening. And so that was actually a fun chapter, I'm not gonna lie, even though, like, some units were easily getting destroyed, but, like, Nina, she was in one of those rooms where alone, and she single-handedly took down the 2 enemies in that room. No problem. Yeah, she was like, she was the first unit to actually reach level 20. You know, fully promoted and stuff. Yeah, she was that good. And I used her that much. Yeah. And then after that, was the end game. And so when they revealed the final boss for the end game, I was about to cry. Because it was a character that I grew so attached to in Birthright. And then, of course, they had to be the final boss, and so I'm just like, what? Yeah, and so when the music started playing for, the end game battle, I, like, you know, I tend to sing, with the music. I try to sing the music. I could barely sing, barely, because it was that emotional for me. Like, if I tried, my voice would crack, and so it's just... The final battle for Conquest was very emotional for me, so I gotta give props to the game for doing that. You know, like, there's so many emotions. Like, it wasn't just that. It was, like, more than just that. Like, they had some interesting, maps. They had some interesting chapters, too. So, I'm, like, yeah, so, despite all the hate that I give to many of Conquest's chapters, and being one of the hardest Fire Emblem, games that I've ever played, besides the Binding Blade, yeah, I gotta give them props. One is definitely one of the best, like, emotional-wise, one of the best Fire Emblem games. 2. One of them. Although Fates in general is just tear fest. Yeah. It really is just an entire tear fest. And then Revelations, it had its moments too, like, the reveal, the identity of, like, certain bosses. Yeah, even though there was a bit of spoilers that I accidentally stumbled upon on the internet because they gave no warning to spoilers for some reason. Yeah, so, but, like, even then, the surprise for, like, who the boss was, like, oh, it's in the room with the doors, and you have to pick the right doors. If you pick the red one, all your units get dropped to 1 HP. If you pick the blue door, you know, that won't happen at all. That was a good chapter, too, especially at the end. And, like, the boss fight, too, yeah, that was very emotional as well. It's like, I don't want to fight you! Yeah, that's how, like, they had that in Revelations too, even though you, like, the only sibling you technically had to fight, was Camilla, but, all the other siblings you didn't really have to fight, but, even then, they were still able to put so many emotions into all 3 games, and all 3 games are great as is. So I gotta give him props to Fates, which is... Fates is, like, all 3 games. I'm just gonna put them in all, like, you know, one big package. So that's, like, 27 times 3. That's, like, 60... 3 times 7... 1... I don't know, that's like 91 chapters, I think? Not counting paralogs or xenologues. Yeah, that's like somewhere around there. I'll put the number up on screen for you guys. So yeah, okay, well, it looks like the video is coming to a close now. I'd like to thank you all for watching, guys. Yeah, so just enjoy the rest of the montage. The rest of the training will be off screen because I didn't want to record everything. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, guys, peace. Bye bye, guys. I love you all. Later.